Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Suikoden 5. In the last episode, we got the Sacred Games started for real. We ended up watching a few of the matches, although we didn't actually see most of them, and we ended up running across a competitor named Belcoot. Upon researching Belcoot, we discovered he was in fact a gladiator in Falena before running off and going to Konniken, where he was eventually trained in swordplay. He brought that swordplay back to hopefully win the Sacred Games to be able to destroy the gladiatorial system as commander of the Queen's Knights and Limslia's husband. After we beat up some thugs to save his butt, although he didn't really need saving, we talked about all that and then parted ways. In this episode, we're going to head back to the arena and then continue from there. But before I do that, I actually want to apologize, because a viewer, Brittany Markham, actually pointed out that I missed a character introduction scene a little bit earlier. And as I looked back on my notes and looked back on other stuff, I realized she was right. Okay, so, you would get this character introduction after you talk with Nakia. So basically, when we were on our way to rescue Belcoot, all you really have to do, and I'm going ahead and playing it now, is go south from the entrance to Old Town, and you'll see a scene with, as you can see, a dwarf trying to enter into the city. This is our character introduction to Dongo, the blacksmith. What you also see as you watch both this scene and the scene that comes after is an introduction to a part of the game that I feel the game doesn't really explain very well, and I'm glad that this part is here, and that is about the attitude of the Godwin family toward non-humans. It's something that's going to come into play in different aspects of the plot as we go on, but at those points in time, the game doesn't really talk about it, so I'm kind of glad that it does talk about it here, so that you can see it with Dongo, and ultimately with the idea of non-humans in Falena at all. Okay, so, now that we've got that out of the way, essentially, let's go north and make our way into the arena.
Match 2 of the semifinals. The winner is Belcoot. And tomorrow, Kilderick and Belcoot will compete for the championship.
So amazing, isn't he? He made it all the way to the finals. He sure is. What a fighter. Come on, let's celebrate in advance. Let's go break in on Belcoot and have a party. Are you sure we really should be doing that? Well, actually, it's interesting you mentioned that. I'm not so sure we should. Huh? What a wet blanket. George, what about you? Yeah, it'd probably be better if we stayed near him. Huh? Now that he's definitely advancing to the finals, you never know what those thugs will try. Oh, that's right. If they're going to stop him from winning the championship, today'd be the last day they have to do it. And we certainly can't count on the patrol guards. It's settled then. Let's go break in on Belcoot. Okay, well, I guess that's what we need to do then, so we're gonna head down to the inn, so I will see you guys there. What's the matter, everybody? Oh, it's just terrible! Marina! Marina! What? What happened? Marina has been kidnapped. She what? I sent her on an errand, and she never came back. And then... Just a little while ago, somebody pushed a letter under that door. It said that if we wanted her back, I should go alone to the hut in the western woods. Looks like we were too late. It must be the work of those thugs, huh? We don't have any proof, but chances are, yeah. Those dirty cowards! Too afraid to go after Belkut directly, so they targeted poor Marina. I'm so very sorry. This is all my fault. Bullshit! It's the thugs' fault. Sorry. I just have the problem with that sort of attitude. I mean, I understand Belkut is... he's saying that in consolation, and he's saying that in good faith and all that, but... Sorry, I just really don't like that attitude, or that idea that, if somebody is scurrilous and kidnaps someone and does something bad to target another person, then it's automatically the other person's fault. Put a sock in it. Or you could say that. It isn't your fault. The only ones to blame are those thugs for kidnapping poor innocent Marina. Okay, I should have just let her do my talking for me. But... Look, we don't have time to point fingers. I guess you're right. Well, if we try to mobilize the patrol guards, they're pretty much going to do exactly what they did for Belkut last time, which was nothing, so let's take care of this ourselves. No, I won't hear of that. I can't let you go to that kind of trouble. I'll just do what they ask me to do. No, they really might kill you this time. That doesn't matter. Marina's life is what's important. That's the worst way to go about it. Even if you do what they say, there's no guarantee they'll let Marina go. Do you really think such low-down, dirty scoundrels would have enough integrity to keep a promise? Then, what are we supposed to do? I just remembered something. They said hut in the western woods. Do you think they're talking about that hut the woodcutters used to use? I'm sure of it. It's empty now, so it's the perfect place for no-good types like that to gather. In that case, I have a plan. You do? Yes, there's more than one path to that hut. There's an animal trail through those woods, too, and it leads to the back of the hut. If we go that way, maybe we can sneak up on them. Really? Even we didn't know about that. I used to come visit a lot back when I was engaged to Gazelle. Please, show me where that trail is. I'll go on from there alone. Would you quit it with that stupid idea already? They've got a hostage. Even if you could sneak up on them, you couldn't do much by yourself. We want to rescue Marina too. Please, let us help you. Everyone, thank you very much. Come on now, cut that out. Now that it's settled, let's get going. Right. Please, Prince. That girl is just like a daughter to us. Please, we're begging you, please bring her back safe. Well, that's the plan. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you choose in any of these, but particularly when the choice is sure and sure. Not really much of a choice there. Oh, hearing you say that, Prince, I feel like maybe everything just might turn out all right. Thank you. Oh, thank you, all of you. All right, so Belkut joins the party, and oh boy. He's not going to be in the party for too long, so I'm not going to profile him like I said earlier, but yeah, he good. Okay, so let's make sure formations are all right. I think they should... Well, sorta. I do want to reposition a little bit. Let's move Belkut to the front and have him swap out with Leon. Other than that, yeah, we're all good. Okay, so how to get to the Western Woods? Well, let's go through Newtown, which we kind of have done, of course, to get to the sewers. But now, instead of going around here through Newtown, just pretty much head, let's see, it's kind of tough to find the exit to this part of town. I don't know why, it's just not as patently obvious as just going straight through here. I think we gotta go through this way, I believe. Or not. Okay, sorry. Like I said, this part of town's a little difficult to suss out as far as locations and other such things, so I'm gonna wander around a little bit and hope that I'm going the right direction. If not, then whoops to me, but okay, whoops to me. Alright, I may just, sad to say, if I don't get it this time, I may just need to cut until I find it, because I have to admit, I'd feel a little ashamed of myself, but here we go, got it, yay! Prince Friador, it's too dangerous to leave town. Pardon? This is an emergency, you say? You can't say what it's all about? Yeah, we could just go with a matter of national security and just leave it there. Alright, I guess I can let you through, seeing as it's an emergency. But please promise me you'll be very, very careful. If anything happened to you, it'd be my responsibility. Sure, if you say so. Alright, anyway, let's head out of Stormfist. And for the first time, we get the world map! It's kind of crazy that it's taken us a few hours to get to this point, but it has. One thing I'll note, I'm going to actually run around here a little bit, because now that we're on the world map, not only do we get random encounters, but we can get our first mini-boss of the game. And I want to try to do that before we go to the Western Woods, which are right over there, by the way. Okay, so this is a regular encounter, so let's go ahead and take this guy down. This is the Creeper, and he really does kind of look creepy. Fortunately, though, with George and Belkut on our side, we should be in pretty good shape about basically everything that we face on the map here. Until that happens. Oh, well. Okay, so Belkut is... well, never mind.
Not bad, I guess.
Sure, if you say so, George. Okay, I'm going to run around a little longer, or a little more, I guess. And then, if we happen to get the random, or the special encounter now, obviously I'll show it, but if not, I'll wait until we do get it. Here we go. Alright. This is our first mini-boss, the Wild Boar. And it's not really that tough, ultimately. I'm just going to go ahead and auto, and I think we'll take it out that way. Well, maybe. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's there you go. We did take it out. But the real reward is all the goodies. 2,500 pots and all that stuff. The fur clothes are useful as a piece of armor, at least for now. The marbled beef you'll want to store, and the power piece you'll also want to store up because, like I said earlier, we need 4 of those to make a set. But it's good that if there is an area, and there will be areas for the most part, particularly in the overworld, where you'll be able to fight mini-bosses, at least encounter them once before you go on, because they can give you some pretty good rewards. Okay, well now that we've done that, let's head into the Western Woods. If we follow this path all the way to the end, we'll arrive at the hut. Let's see. It was around here somewhere. Oh, I can see it right in front of you. Aha! Here it is. Found it! You weren't kidding. I wouldn't have guessed this would be here. It's been such a long time, I was worried it'd grown over by now. Thank goodness it's still here. Lady Sialeeds, you used to come here? Back then, I was even more of a tomboy than Lim is now. I bet you were quite a handful for the Queen's Knights assigned to guard you. Alright, enough chit-chat. Let's get going. Right. Alrighty, so let's head over here. Now, as you're going through, try to hug the east side of the path while you're heading north, because you see that treasure chest peeking out there. We, of course, are going to be going to get it, so push east, and that will take you to the treasure chest, which has the Goose Tactic, which let's go ahead and show that off here. Alright, so Goose Tactic is kind of, you notice, a bit of a staggered formation. I don't think I'm going to actually use it right now because it places Xyledes a little bit too, I wouldn't say close exactly, but it places her a little bit closer to the front lines than I would like her to be, since she is very much a long character and a mage, and a squishy mage. So I'm not going to use this one, but you notice +2 accuracy and technique to it. So if you want to use it, go right ahead. I'm not going to, but I just wanted to show it off at least. Okay, so as we go north, we're going to essentially see another treasure chest pop up in our way there. Okay, let me go ahead and keep this one on camera because I actually saw this as we were looking for the mini boss earlier, but I didn't show that one, so let's go ahead and fight the Holly Boys. They're not hard. Really, you can just auto them out, and you are pretty well guaranteed with the party that we have to just take them down. They're pretty weak, so not too much to that. Still, a little bit of money, a little bit of experience, that's always welcome. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the treasure chest here, which is a Mega Medicine. Always welcome, of course. Now that we've grabbed those, let's just follow the path this way, and eventually we will reach, well, the back of the cabin. Although, of course, a creeper did have to interrupt us before we were able to see the scenes accordingly.
I spotted Marina. She's all right.
And the enemy?
There are 2 inside. I'm positive those are the guys that attacked Belcoot.
And there are about 5 more in front. Guess they don't expect anybody to come from the back. They're only guarding the front.
What do you think we should do? Do you want to wait a while?
Sorry. I just can't wait anymore!
Hey, wait!
Huh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah. Marina, are you alright?
What's going on?
What's wrong?
What happened?
You! How did you...
It looks like you've been very naughty.
We've freed the hostage. If you don't want to get hurt, you better give up now.
Damn it! Not you stupid imposters again! Don't you have anything better to do?
How many times do you have to get in our way before you're satisfied?
This choice doesn't matter, but I think it's a good time to just go ahead and say, we ain't imposters. Nope.
Like hell you're not. Are you trying to make a mockery of the Falanan royal family?
Ah, come on, the real royal family is much better looking than the likes of you. Ugh, I can barely stand the sight of you.
Ouch, that hurts.
A barbaric swordsman from some backward land trying to become our princess's husband? It's blasphemy! We have to stop it!
And to do that, you're willing to make this poor, innocent young lady suffer?
You got it!
A lot you know! That girl is a citizen of Falana. It is her duty to go along with the plan, so just back off!
They're never going to listen.
Definitely not.
No matter how you try to justify it, it doesn't change the fact that you failed. So just give up now while you can.
Never! You leave us no choice! Even if we die trying, Belcoot, we're gonna bring you down with us! We can't let you fight in the championship tomorrow!
Fine, come on then. You'll pay for touching Marina.
Alright, so, us versus the thugs again. This time I actually... nah, it's not a boss fight, never mind. I was gonna say, I was thinking about using the formation skill there, but it's not really necessary against these guys. One thing I do want to point out that I haven't shown yet, Belcoot is wearing the Falcon rune. Just like Valeria from Suikoden 1, and I believe Anita from Suikoden 2. If I'm not mistaken, actually, he is the first male to use the Falcon rune, although unfortunately, If he uses it in battle, he spends the next turn all conked out, so it's a pretty good rune to use, particularly in boss fights, but in a regular fight, I'm not a big fan of using it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and, I guess, knock everybody out. Especially when George does that. And that. And that. I love it. Oh, I love it. Alright, you're gonna go down like a sack of potatoes.
Oh man, I just can't believe these guys. And the worst part is they thought they were doing it for the nation and the royal family.
And getting that poor girl mixed up in it, too.
Marina, it's all right now.
Belcoot. Oh, Belcoot, I was so scared. So scared.
Marina.
Now, the question, of course, coming out of this is, who was that mysterious man hiding there? Don't worry, we'll find out. Okay, so, I will note for one, Marina's in the party now, and you notice that healing bit there. She actually does heal a little bit of HP every turn. She's not going to be in the party for very long, so it's not that big a deal, but note, the double S there, that's her skill level at it. Yeah, we'll get more into skills and skill improvement as we go through the game. Alright, so now we're leaving here, head south, and as you're heading south, hug the western edge of the screen. And as you do, you'll branch off onto another hidden path. I don't remember exactly where that hidden path is. Okay, but it looks like it's right here. Alright, so as we go through the path, let's see, it's just the path, right? I don't think it is, actually. It might be a little later. Let's see, let me make sure I'm not just totally flaking on it here. I know there is that path here because there's an item we can get. So I might have to try to push back up and explore this a little bit more. I'm pretty sure it's here. I'm just not going through it right, maybe. I don't know. Okay, here's the path. Sorry, it was a little further north than where I was earlier. Alright, so go along this path and we find the Silence Orb. Alright, so now that we've found the other treasure here, essentially we can just go ahead and make our way towards the exit. Let's see, I want to see if... I want to see if we can hit the save point here without queuing the scene that comes up. Okay, we can. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and leave things off here, because next time on Suikoden 5, a lot is going on. We are going to see, of course, the final day of the competition, and we are going to see if Belcoot can indeed win the Sacred Games and win Limslia's hand against Kilderic. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.